Oh my God! Wow!
Huh?
Back to school, to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool. I got my lunch packed up, my boots tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. Oh, back to school, back to school, back to school.
All right.
Lockers. Don't you miss that? You don't have lockers at your house. I loved like getting to do the little combination and then not just the peak, you know?
I always shared a locker with a girl at some point.
Yeah, I shared a locker with myself, but
It's good. It's good. Hey, it's good to have so many of you guys watching. We know some of you are watching on your own in your room. We know some of you are having watch parties with your youth ministry, but we wanted to do another night of quarantine youth because we know this year has been so different than any other school year. And we thought, man, if we could get together and encourage our students in SoCal, pour into them, bless them, and have some fun along the way, we needed to do it.
yeah, quarantine youth birthed out of just necessity, and it turned into one of the favorite things I've ever done in youth ministry to this point, that we've just been able to come together and have fun. We've shaved people. We've given away so many things. We've got merch from it. This was from the summer camp. I know that it wasn't here during summer camp, but it's amazing. So I made sure to wear my summer camp quarantine stuff tonight, but we've made this work, SoCal students, and I've loved that we get to do this. And even when all this pandemic stuff is over and you guys are back to school normally and this is just a thing of the past, I think we can still do some quarantine youth nights just to throw back to the good old days.
I think we're already talking about like a Christmas special.
Quarantine Christmas youth.
Man, we need merch for that one, though.
I agree. It's going to be good, and we'll know if you're naughty or nice, right? Let's move on, bro.
So, in case you have not heard, so much has changed since we were last together. When we were together at Quarantine Youth, Elliot and Tanner announced that they were having a baby boy.
Yes.
Since that time, this baby boy is in the world. Sawyer has arrived. Sawyer is here.
My phone's on Do Not Disturb because I don't trust anybody, but I'll show a little picture of him. That's my boy. Oh my goodness. Can you see it? That's all it is. He's so adorable. I love that kid. His feet and hands are huge, bro.
Giant.
That's because of his mom. But
sorry, Tanner, if you're watching.
Yeah, I have a kid now. It's crazy because it happened all throughout. Like, it's mixed with quarantine and quarantine youth. We announced that we were having a boy. Our gender announcement, we were going to do like a party at youth originally. And so we said, you know what, let's do it at quarantine youth. You guys have been a part of it. I got engaged at youth convention. Like, the SoCal Student Ministries has been a part of my whole journey, and so it's super cool. I wish he was like here right now, and I'd hold him up like Simba as like the mascot, but I love that kid.
Hey, and here's the good news. So many of you guys have been asking. As of right now, we have been given the green light to plan convention, plan summer camp. So I know 2020 has been crazy, but 2021, we are planning to be back together in San Diego for youth convention and at Pinecrest for summer camp. If you have your school shoes yet, we want to hook you up with that and make that happen.
Right?
We've got gift cards we're going to give away. We've got our game guys, rec guys, they're here tonight with some stuff.
Dude, one of my favorite parts of summer camp, which turned out to just be, you know, like a diamond in the rough. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but it was the McCow Brothers segment during the morning, and then Jeffrey and Carter's show after. Some of the best memories of summer camp happened in those two segments, and we have them here live tonight. In a second, they're going to be doing some crazy stuff with us. Going to make them eat some hot wings, and it's going to be funny, and so I'm excited for that.
But if you watched Quarantine Youth, if you were part of Quarantine Youth, you know after the first couple of weeks, we came across someone that we made part of our Quarantine Youth team, and it was an incredible moment.
Yeah.
She was awesome. Every week we had our Minute with Morgan.
Yeah, it birthed out of just awesome she was. As soon as we went live with her, she was so excited and so full of joy, and she made like our night better. Just like having that little interaction. And then afterwards, like the next week, it's hard. You guys have the weirdest names on Instagram, so we don't remember like which one we clicked on and which one we didn't. And so we clicked on her profile again, and we were like, hey, and we were having to tell her that she didn't win a prize, and she was just as excited and happy as the week before when she won. And we're like, man, there's something about her, we want to use her. And so we did Minute with Morgan, and it became one of like people's favorite segments. My mom, I have to say, she is the biggest Minute with Morgan fan. She's a stan
She
for
definitely has
Minute
her own,
with Morgan.
her own fan club
yeah,
out there
exactly,
now.
for real. We can make Minute with Morgan merch.
We probably could. We
Bro,
could make some money.
Exactly, we
and
should.
We'll give her a percentage.
Yeah, like
a little bit.
Yeah, 2%, whatever.
But since Quarantine Youth, she has graduated high school, and now she is in college at Vanguard University, free plug. And we got her, because she's not far from here, we got her to be live in person with us tonight.
This is historic. We got to meet her and say what's up, and it was kind of weird because me and Gary were both like, we've only seen you on like screen, but we feel like we've had this friendship, and she's a part of our team, and so it's historic that we have her here tonight for the back to school.
Do you remember when she did the graduation? She was
Dude,
our...
and then we had to like...
we were crying.
She did our... if you go back, I think all of it's still on our social media, but yeah, she did the...
valedictorian.
Yeah, like the valedictorian commencement speech, and dude, we had to like follow it, and we're like, so good. Yeah, that was... It, like, I'm choked up in tears because it was so inspirational in this crazy time, and so Morgan has been an amazing part of this whole thing, and hopefully she'll be an Edge Youth leader someday.
Our Cornerstone Youth
I don't
leader.
know. We'll see. But
she's closer to Cornerstone.
can we give it up in the comment sections for our live Minute with Morgan segment? Morgan, come on up here.
All right, here she is in person.
I know, it's crazy.
Finally, we have you here in person with us tonight.
She wasn't
so
catfishing us. How crazy would that have been? Which like doesn't make sense because we were with her. But just in the world we live in, if like Morgan showed up and was like a 30-year-old dude.
Hey, I'm Morgan.
Yeah, hey, what's up? It's me, Morgan. But hey, it's nice to meet you. That is not the case. You are who we saw, so it's good to have you here in person with us, Morgan.
Hi.
Yeah.
So tell us, how's college going? How's school going so far?
College for me is going pretty good. For me right now it's kind of slow since everything's kind of online. But I really like the freedom that I kind of have, which I know a lot of college students say that at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's actually going pretty good.
Good. Do you know your major yet?
Yes, I'm doing a major in psychology and a minor in youth ministry.
Nice. So you'd be a great youth leader for Cornerstone Youth.
That's
amazing.
I think no, your kids are all good, bro. My kids need a psychology, like
if she could help you, that would be worth it. So
that's nobody's been able to yet, but.
Well, that's incredible. We're happy for you. We're so happy that you're here in person with us. And we were with your youth pastors this weekend, and they have so many good things to say about you. And but we wanted to give you a chance. Obviously, this school year for all of our students, they got a taste of it last year when they went through the beginning of quarantine and the stay-at-home order. But now to start school this way, and you have kind of a whole different set of emotions because you have students that are going to be going back to campus here maybe in the next week or a few days, and then you have students who are being told not till next year or maybe the whole year. So how does a student what would you say to just encourage them to stay focused, to just stay on track, but also still be a light in whatever role they're in whatever way their school's doing, meeting together?
For me, it's kind of just staying hopeful. And even if you want to go back in school, but your parents won't let you, it's just you need to breathe and take your time and realize, okay, I might want to do this, but for the world, we might have to take a step back before we can move more forward. And that actually kind of ties with what I want to talk about tonight. So
let's do it.
Here we go. Live Minute with Morgan.
Here we go.
I'm going to be honest. I've thought about a lot what I wanted to say tonight, and there was just a verse that I couldn't get out of my head, and it was John 13:7. From NIV, it says, Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." Jesus is saying that you will not know what that situation and why you're in that situation. You won't know what's happening or why it's happening to you. But if you stay strong and stay faithful to God, then you will grow stronger because of it. I think we need to hear this right now, especially with quarantine still going on. We have to have faith and trust that the Lord, that He knows what He's doing, and that everything that we don't, He does. Because only He will be able to get us through this pandemic. And so I want to share with everyone to just stay faithful, stay true, and to keep looking towards God. Because even though we don't know what's going to happen or what is going to happen, that we need to trust in God and to put our faith in Him. So.
Good. So good. Man.
Yeah, such a great reminder in this time. And I know it's weird and it's unknown, but the one thing that is certain is God. And that's what we need to cling to. And I mean, that's what got you. That's what I think was so inspirational to us, was seeing you as seniors. So much had been like taken away, and it would have been easy for you to have a terrible attitude and be upset or even mad at God, but you just chose to continue to have joy and to see the way that God was working, and God honors that. And so I think as students step into this new year, and it's weird, some of them are in person, some of them are online, God is still in control and God is still good. So thank you so much, Morgan, for that incredible encouragement.
Yeah, we appreciate you. And just to back up what Elliot said, students, it would be so easy to go into this school year or just kind of keep going with a bad attitude, with a negative attitude. And man, when you can let the joy of the Lord just grab hold of your heart and your attitude and the way you handle yourselves, and even if you're just in a Zoom class, can I tell you, you can have an impact on people's lives just by having a godly attitude in those moments. And you've just lived that in so many ways. So we love you. We appreciate you. We're excited you're part of our quarantine youth team, and I'll definitely have you back out for our Christmas special. But hey, can we online give Morgan a hand and just appreciate her so much?
Thank you so much, Morgan. We'll see you at Edge Youth soon. We'll work out the details.
So next Tuesday, be here. Starts at 6:30.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, okay. Hey, man, that was incredible, and it is true. Like, there's something infectious about that joy, that intentionality of saying, I'm not going to let my circumstance overcome me, because we had no idea who Morgan really was or what even youth ministry she was a part of, but she got a whole segment in Quarantine Youth and has been a part of so much of what we're doing, because you're just drawn to it, and allow people to be drawn to that. Even if you're on Zoom and whatever, it's going to be great. But
it's cool too. It's a reminder to all of you teenagers that God can use you. It doesn't matter if you're 15, 16, 17. God used this girl who we didn't even know in the beginning to impact so many of your lives, because every week she would share something, and so many of you would comment, that's for me, or that's speaking to me, or fire emoji, whatever it is. It's just a reminder. Or
Shave Joey.
Shave Joey's always a popular one. God can use you guys in such a huge way. So don't forget that. The same way he used her, he's going to use you. So be open, be ready, be aware. And man, how you carry yourself really does have impact.
So good. But hey, I think it's time to give away some vans. And to do that, we have had an incredible team helping us with Quarantine Youth. And some of those guys are back here tonight. And so we want to give it away to we're not giving it away, but give the stage away. I don't know. Charlie, just come up here, please. And Wyatt
Charlie,
and Joey,
and Wyatt, come on.
They're going to give you some vans right now.
Yes, welcome, guys. We're so excited to be back. First and foremost, before we even get into anything, Joey, can you take... His hair's growing back, guys. If you haven't seen Joey in a while, we shaved his head at summer camp, and it's somewhat growing back.
Weird.
How do you feel?
I feel good, man. At one point, I actually re-shaved my head because I just liked, it was a vibe, like this summer.
See, guys, look, we are changing Joey's life one hashtag at a time.
Yes. Would you say new hair, new Joey? Would you say that?
That's good. That's real good.
I think I would. Don't.
I would even say new hair, new Joey, new girl.
Oh. Bro, Joey came into quarantine single, and now look what happened.
Yep.
In fact, we have a surprise.
That'd be great. But it's not so much about Joey right now. It's not about Joey, but what it is about, it's about some free vans right now.
It is, yes.
It is about free vans.
Please
so
change the topic.
What we're going to do is this. We have a few pairs of vans that we want to give away. And the way we want to give these vans away is this. In the comment section, we're going to give you something to comment. And I believe it's the 7th person that comments it, correct?
Let's do 7.
Seven. Jesus, holy. Okay, here we go. 7th person to comment the word vans gets a free pair of vans right now. Put it in the comment section. Let's see who's going to take home a free pair of vans. Oh, we already got one.
No way.
Yes, there's already one.
Okay.
Hook it up, bro. What kind of vans do you like to wear?
I'm wearing Converse right now, but these ones you've got on, the old schools. Look at you.
Oh, you're flexible.
Bro, hey, I'm
that?
big, but I'm flexible. All right, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th person. I can't read. There are so many comments coming in now.
Marilyn Ventura, right?
Marilyn Ventura. I think Miranda has it.
Okay.
Marilyn.
Oh, what? Okay.
I just saw it was like
Ventura.
a purple avatar
Yeah.
thing. So, purple avatar, you won yourself a free pair of Vans. All you need to do is DM SoCal students on Instagram. DM us your size, your address, so we can send them to you and what color Vans you want. If you got a free pair of Vans, what color would you get?
Honestly, I'm kind of in the light blue. I want like a light blue, like the authentic ones. The
It'll
light
match
blue.
his eyes. Can we get like a zoom in on those eyes? Look at
Please
that.
don't.
That's why he has a girlfriend now. All right,
stop.
Wyatt, what color would you get?
I like the off-white ones.
Ooh,
Like the
this
cream
guy.
colors, you know?
You
Oh, I
fancy.
thought you
nice.
meant like the.
No.
Okay.
right-
You would do something
not
like
that
that though.
fancy.
You would know, you
No.
would do something like that though.
Why?
Wyatt
that
would.
fancy.
That's why
You
he's
would,
the best
huh?
dressed
I like the
youth
Fear of God
pastor.
ones.
Can you say that one more time?
No, I said that real bad. I was hoping no one saw that or heard that.
Can we get Wyatt the Best Dressed Youth Pastor Award?
Love it.
I'm a walk off.
So cute.
But right now, guys, we are going to jump into a game, and again, we're going to need your guys' comments to be able to see who's going to win these games. I believe they're how much is on these gift cards that we're giving out?
That's a great-
$25.
yeah, $25.
I'm glad I paid attention.
That's how much I make in a week that you guys are going to be able to win right now. So can we actually get those that are participating in the game to come up here real quick? And Joey's going to explain it.
Well, we should probably intro them before.
Ooh, there you go.
Right?
That's a great idea.
So, our lovely guests, come on up.
come
Come on
on.
up. So,
Come on.
there. Wait. Stop.
Whoa.
We got to intro you, okay? Coming up first.
Joey's
Where's
taking
no, I don't want to spoil our speaker for tonight. First up, the best dressed. Sorry. Leader. That's good. The one and only Kenneth McCow. Come on up here.
Come on. Give
One
it
of the
up.
McCow
Clap
Some
brothers.
emojis.
claps in the
There
chat.
we go.
Can you explain to the audience what you're wearing?
Sure. This was free from Coyer White. These board shorts, ebay.com. The shoes, Nike.com, on sale, $68.
There you go.
Nice. Well done.
There
Next
we
up,
go.
the other McCow brother, the one and only Kevin McCow. Come on up. Kevin, how you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic.
There we go.
Good stuff.
Kevin, what are you wearing?
I got on the H&M shorts and then the camp shirt.
Shout out.
Nice.
Good stuff. Quick plug. Next up, we got the one and only Carter McReynolds from the Jeffrey and Carter show.
Yes.
Carter, how does the shaved head feel, man?
It feels so nice. It's so different, but I like it.
Doesn't look as cool, that's for sure.
Do you feel a
But-
breeze?
Yeah, do you?
Oh yeah, it's so
Yeah.
cold now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain what you're wearing?
So I have shorts from like Billabong, and
Nice.
then like gotta rep the quarantine youth.
Come
you
on.
know? Yeah.
Good
Love it.
stuff, Carter.
Nice.
Last but not least, also from the Jeffrey and Carter show, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jeffrey Smith. Jeffrey, how you feeling?
I'm feeling really good right now.
Cool. What are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing a Volcom t-shirt that I got on sale, and some Vans pants and a pair of Vans.
Vans pants, Vans shoes,
There
and
we
the same
go.
hat you've
Nice.
worn for
And we're
how
still
long?
giving out Vans.
This used to be my brother's when he was in high school, so it's like 10 years old.
That's disgusting. Awesome. Super gross.
Have you washed it since then?
Never washed.
Do you wash hats?
I don't.
Are you supposed to? Like genuinely, I don't know. Do you wash
I
hats?
don't know. I think we should get on with the game, though.
That's a good. Yeah, that's probably smart. Look at you, man. You're just being so productive. Okay,
try.
let's play the game. Okay, so the name of the game is. Can you say the name of the game, please?
No, I don't
You
want
came
to.
up with it.
It's
Yeah.
called Stretch Draw.
Stretch draw. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat right now. Stretch draw. We have our lovely assistant, Mr. Show your lovely face, Robert from
AbU. I don't
Robert.
know why I used your mic instead of mine, but he's going to be holding our whiteboard today.
Robert. You feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
Awesome. So what is going to happen is I'm going to go get this thing right here.
Do it.
This is our
He's coming. He's coming right back. Don't worry. He
our
didn't run
drawing
away.
stick pole, drawing pole.
I want to go drawing pole. Yes. There you go.
Dude, that was like ASMR.
You think so?
Yeah, it's not.
Do you know what
ASMR.
ASMR stands for?
No.
I don't either. All right,
Sick.
so here's what's gonna happen. We have this lovely pole PVC
with a,
pipe from Home
Expo
Depot.
marker.
Some great tape, green tape actually, and an Expo marker. What our lovely contestants are gonna be playing is they're gonna take this pole, they're gonna stand back, and they're gonna draw something. They know what they're drawing, but it's up to you guys. It's up to you guys to guess what they are drawing. The first person to guess what they're drawing, you guys are winning an Amazon gift card. So, you guys ready? Who's up first?
The first one up is Carter.
Ooh,
Here we go,
Okay, here
Carter.
we go.
Just
here
to
we
remind you
go.
of what you're drawing.
Yes, just make sure.
Okay.
Again,
All right.
first person to comment this in the comment section
Well,
gets that
stand back, though,
$25
like back here.
Guys,
gift
there are
card.
no
Yep.
wrong answers tonight.
Yes.
All right, you ready?
I'm bad at drawing up close. It's not going to go well.
The pressure's on you right now.
Dude, what if you're like super good at this and you just don't even know it?
All right, Carter, let's see it.
Let's see this thing. Ooh, okay. Here we go.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is it an
yes.
apple?
Now, what? Huh? What
I honestly
in
don't
the
know what this is.
world is going on here?
I like it. I don't know about that, but I like
I'm looking
it.
at the
Ignore
comments.
that, ignore
I don't see the answer just yet.
Someone
we are
put-
moving
It's getting
along.
there.
Someone put Jesus. Nice try.
Jesus circle. Joey's head. I love Joey's
does
head.
look
That's
like
a great
Joey's
comment.
head, but-
Whoever commented that.
Oh,
Let's see.
I'll try to
No,
make that a
no.
little better.
We got turtle,
man.
circle. You guys have
Basketball,
some
marshmallow.
great
I
comments,
think it's
but
pretty
it's
good.
not
I think
exactly
I
that.
think that looks pretty good.
I would say it looks pretty
I
good.
say it looks pretty
I
good.
didn't know what it was.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go.
There it is, the quarantine face. Who put that in right
Brooke
now?
B.
Brooke B. Congratulations.
Well done,
you are
Brooke
our
B.
first winner tonight of that $25 gift card.
stuff.
Go ahead, DM us at SoCal Students, and we're going to send you that gift
Dude, that
card.
was actually pretty good. I mean, if you
Yeah.
compare it to this right here.
Yeah, like for being 6 foot apart,
on.
it is really good, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can we get the next one up? Who is the
The
next
next one
person?
up is Kenneth.
There we go, Kenneth.
Let me
Here
just
we
remind
go.
you really quick.
Oh,
Got
Joey, you are on top of it today.
As
All
always.
right.
Thank you.
Boom, boom. You ready for this? Again, comment what you think it is, and we will be able to send you that $25 gift card. You ready?
Here we go.
I think so.
Okay, here we go.
Why'd you get quiet?
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Boom. Okay.
Ooh.
Not, okay, here we go. Any guesses just yet? Oh.
Nice.
Oh, this is not bad at all. Let me see.
Okay.
Social.
Got it right there.
Went. Oh wow, that was real fast. Is that said
Okay.
Asia? I can't see it. All right. Well, whoever commented pumpkin first right there, I can't see what the name is because I don't have my glasses on. You won that $25 gift card. Go ahead, DM us at SoCal Students, and we will be able to send you that. Let's get that next person up here.
Next one up, Jeffrey.
Let's go, Jeffrey.
There we go. There we go. You ready for this? Not really. You got it. I believe in you. There's luck in that hat that you haven't washed in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So here we go.
Okay.
Make sure to comment what you think it is in the comment section. Ooh. Ooh.
He's focused.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Jeffrey.
Ooh. That looks good. Make
Dude,
sure,
this is an
comment in the
artist right
comment
here,
section,
bro.
guys. We want to see if you can get this. You're actually doing you started off strong, and then it really has fallen
What
off.
happened, man?
There it is, a pair of
She already got it.
she already won. Oh, we got
The next
another one. Joel? Does that say Joel? Bro, I can't read. Why am I the one reading?
We should have a game where Charlie just tries to read.
That's a great game.
Joey.
Jody.
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 You
Close.
won yourself a $25
Jody.
gift
Thank
card.
related
Make sure,
to Pauly D.
Can we say that? All right. Make sure DM SoCal Students that you get yourself a $25 gift card. Our last helper drawer. Are you ready?
Not really.
Not really.
Just a reminder.
I mean, they weren't great, so you don't have a lot
There
to
we
live
go.
up to. So you ready for this? All right, here we go again. Make sure to put it in the comment section and go. There, yep.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's actually pretty good.
There we go. Again, let's see what we got in the comment section. There's what? Okay, this is okay, we're moving right now. There.
He just snapped his leg.
No, it's getting close. It's
You're on the
getting
right track.
real close. You're getting real close.
No.
Let's see.
Nuh-uh.
No, it's technically one
right
of-
there.
Where?
I see it.
Sean, you just won yourself. What? Just Sean. We think that's it. Again, I can't read, so you can blame me.
Sean Kingston. Yo,
JR.
A flamingo.
It was a flamingo.
It was a flamingo.
It
Look
was
at this beautiful flamingo. Kevin, good stuff, man.
Dude, it was great, man.
Yeah, there you
should
go.
have.
With the
Instead
leg
you
up.
snapped it.
Here, I'll
It's
take
poor
that.
leg. Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Ooh, I felt like I was about to do something like that. But again, if you guys won that, make sure to DM us at SoCal Students. We will send you that gift card. But right now, Gary and Elliot are coming back up.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Wyatt, did you guys know this too? Since we had quarantine youth,
Oh, yeah.
this guy's engaged.
What?
He's gonna get married. Crazy, man. Gonna get married to a girl.
It's so amazing. We're so
right.
proud of you. I want to be his ring bearer. Hey, can we get Kevin and Kenneth and Carter and Jeffrey back up here? We need some help setting something up. We're going to do a segment. Kenneth you're the best dressed leader, which I guess means just dressing like Boo from Monsters, Inc. But hey, now I know how to be the best dressed. We've had so much fun with you guys at summer camp and everything. So this is back to school night, right, Gary?
It is. So we thought since we're going back to school bash, we need to see, because these guys worked hard this summer at our camp, how smart these guys are. So we've got some questions for them. Questions from 4th grade and 5th grade.
Yeah,
and
like, have you
so
seen
on.
Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? With the dude, you might be a redneck. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? Well, we're going to find out. And here's the deal. If you're not smarter than a 5th grader, you're going to have to eat these atomic wings.
We've got an atomic wing here.
They're all atomic, too.
If
It's
you
not
get
like-
the question wrong, you have to eat a wing. Okay?
Yeah. And so what we're going to do, though, is I'm going to ask the question, and we're going to leave the mic on the table. And one of you guys, or on this table right here, one of you guys who knows the answer is going to go for the mic, answer it. If you get it correct, you get to not eat the wing. If
But
you
the
get
other
it
three
wrong,
have to eat
exactly, the other 3 have to eat it. If one of you goes for it and gets it wrong, all 4 eat the wing. You understand? So there's going to be a lot of
All
spicy
4?
wings eating. Oh, even better. Solomon, can we give it up for Solomon? He has been an amazing part of quarantine.
Can we have Solomon go first? And if he gets it right, they all 4 have to eat a wing?
Yeah, sure.
right,
Okay, I'm
give
going to
him
ask you a question.
All right, here we go. First one. Go ahead. If you don't know Solomon, can I tell you, this guy, you probably all know Solomon because he's one of the most popular guys in the world. All of this stuff that happens with cameras and everything, Solomon puts this incredible team together that makes this happen, and so he is the man.
This set, he put this set all together. He's amazing. Amazing part of the whole thing we've been doing. So, Solomon, what is the plural of moose?
Goose.
No, hold on.
It's moose.
Correct. Oh,
All
man.
right,
Great
all 4
job,
of you
Solomon. You
have
guys
to
all
eat a
have
wing.
to start
So
by
go ahead
eating
and
a
grab
wing.
one.
Go ahead
There
and
you
grab
go.
it. Go ahead and
Let's
grab
get
it.
it started.
I'll get the next question ready. You guys have to eat these quick because we got questions.
Oh, just
Kev's already in on it.
load it
Yeah,
up.
just a bite. Just a
good.
good old
Just
bite.
load it up.
And
It's
then you're
good.
going to say, why is it spicy? But let's all get the next question ready to go. I want to give you guys difficult ones because I want you eating
It
as
won't
many
hurt
wings.
at first. Just give it a minute.
Yeah, go ahead and throw the bones, discard them in there. You guys doing all right?
All right.
And we have no water or milk or anything for you. So, all right.
Here we go.
Your first question, ring the bell, okay?
Don't
if
touch
you think
your
you know
eyes.
it. If you work together, someone's going to have to eat it still. So, okay. Who is the creator of the classic book character from Tom Sawyer, Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn? Who wrote Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn? Who's the author and
word.
creator? That is a 5th grade question, not that hard. Shout out to Sawyer. I love you, buddy. Who wrote Tom Sawyer? 5 seconds. If you don't do it in 5 seconds, 4. Okay. Who wrote it?
Roald Dahl.
Wrong. It's Mark Twain, boys. Mark Twain. All right, take a bite of the wing. Yeah, I feel like that wasn't that diff. Some people in the comments were saying it too. All you had to do was look up. But hey, who cares? It's past that. Put the wings down. I'm gonna ask you guys your next question. This one is definitely more difficult. So I think if you didn't get that last one,
You all right?
you're in trouble.
Jeffrey's looking kind of red over here.
Yeah. He went from white to pink to red. It's just, we're going to watch him he's like a chameleon. Okay.
He keeps moving. Like,
I can't help it.
right.
What is the name of the last queen of France? The last queen of France. Okay.
Marie Antoinette.
Correct! Carter gets out of eating a wing. Boys, grab the other wings. Keno, yeah, he got it right, but you guys got it wrong. That's why teamwork isn't going to work in this game, but it's all good. 5th grade questions. Okay, here we go. You guys, Keno's got to eat his wing. Keno's, you're going in, bro.
Wow.
All right. Do you feel good, Carter, getting a little break on that? Yeah. Okay, here we go.
I think Jeffrey's dying over here.
Is this really 5th grade?
Oh, someone could get this one. I feel like you guys are all smart enough for this one. I could be overestimating you. But which country is both an island and a continent? That's Keno. Keno got it.
New Zealand.
You're wrong. It's Australia. All of you guys are going to eat the wing. No, there's no like rebound after. If you get it wrong, all of you eat the wing. Dude, he looked at me so confident. He said, New Zealand. Wrong.
Jeffrey's just breathing so hard.
I know. Jeffrey, all his like funny comedy, he's just like.
I've never heard him this quiet.
I know.
There's no way this is 5th grade.
It is.
It's not 5th grade.
It is 5th grade.
Eating all the wings.
All right, I think we have enough for at least one more.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely do. Okay, this will be the last question. You said math is what you're good at? Okay. Here we go.
Do math, please. No. Do math. Yeah, let's do it.
Dude, this is like one of those word problems. Let's see if you can work it out. You collect 48 pieces of Halloween candy. Your parents say you can eat 2 pieces per day plus an extra piece on Saturday and Sunday. How many weeks will it take you to finish all of your candy? Okay. How many weeks?
I don't know, but I want everyone to eat a wing.
There you go. All right. Let's see. Can anyone answer that question in the comments? We'll see if it works. Yeah, we don't have time for that, bro. It would be here at 10 o'clock, and
That's
you'd be like,
a guy
okay.
who knew like he wasn't going to get it right, so everyone should eat.
Correct. It is 3 weeks, in case you were
All right.
wondering.
So is it hot? Do you feel it?
Oh, I went for such a big bite.
Yeah, we could see it still in your mouth. That's delicious.
All right. Hey, we got to give Jeffrey some water, so we're going to let these guys go.
Yeah. Thank you guys so
Give
much.
these guys a big hand. Thank you guys for coming and showing everybody how smart you guys are.
Or aren't, maybe, would be better to
New
say.
Zealand.
Yeah, he was so confident. He said, I got this.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed everything so far. We have more to come. We are going to still give away another pair of Vans and some other great things. And we've got a special guest tonight that's come a long way to be with us, to be at this Quarantine Youth Back to School Bash.
Yeah, as you guys know, SoCal Students is a part of something known as the Assemblies of God, which is just a group of churches and pastors who gather together, and it's been amazing. I'm proud to be a part of it. And we have some incredible leaders in SoCal. Gary is a part of an amazing team. Gary, Tony, and Matt, you saw them at summer camp. They've done an incredible job leading us, and I'm super grateful to have leaders like them. But even us in the levels that we're at, we have leaders that we look to. And the leader of all of the AG youth throughout the nation is with us. And what I love about this guy is he's got a title that is big. He's got leadership and influence, but he cares about students. He cares about the next generation. He cares about youth pastors. He on such a personal level, he's willing and ready to be in it. And we have the same heart. And I think that's what connects us with each other. That's what connects us with your youth pastors. And Josh Wellborn is a youth pastor at heart. And he loves this next generation. He's got a word for us tonight.
Yep. So, hey, let's give it up, you guys, for Josh Wellborn as he comes and shares with us.
Thanks, you guys. It's so good to be on Quarantine Youth. I watch you guys when I'm back in this one. Yeah.
He's a really good youth pastor. He doesn't know how to turn on the microphone. I didn't know I had to turn it on. I didn't know I had to look at this camera. Where do you want me to look? Look there? Right there? The red light's not on. No, I'm one of your like Midwest fans. So I live in Missouri, but I've been watching Quarantine Youth from home, which is one of the great things. We did a drop-in one night on Instagram if you were watching that night, and I'm seeing the little thing light up. And Moment with Morgan, I think I was there for the first one. If I'm not mistaken, was it on Instagram? Okay, it was on Insta Live. I thought I saw that. So it's the Back to School Bash, and I'm not going to talk a super long time. As Elliot and Gary said, man, I just love students. I love youth culture, and I just admire leaders like Gary Garcia for being in the game for this long. He has stayed faithful to another culture that's not his own, and it's your culture. It's the youth culture. He's not just been a leader to you guys, the students in the SoCal Ministry Network, but man, that guy is a leader to youth pastors all over this region, and as I travel to other states, they've heard about him, they know what he's doing, and the fame of Gary and Elliot is spreading, but I just wanted to honor especially Gary and Matt and Tony, the guys that are leading the SoCal Network. You're doing a great, great job, and I'm just honored to be included in it. So thank you for that kind introduction, Elliot. Congratulations on the baby. I was there when you got engaged, and that was actually the first day we met, so I feel like I've been there for all the important moments. So, hey, listen, here's what I want to talk about tonight. 2020 has been a storm, and I know here in SoCal, you don't have storms per se. I know occasionally you get rain. From what I hear, you never get snow, although somebody told me today that it snowed in Irvine in 1979. So I don't know if that's true or not, if they just made that up. Back where I'm from in the Midwest, in Missouri, we get tornadoes. And those are terrifying. Those are the storms that we get. I know that, like here in SoCal, you do the earthquake drills in school. You get under the table, you crouch down, you cover up your neck. You got to go meet in your designated spot. Back east, where I'm from, we don't do earthquake drills. We do tornado drills, and it's very similar. You get under the desk, you cover up your neck, and you're trying to hide and protect yourself from the storm. I thought like I had this all figured out. Like I thought, man, if I'm ever in a tornado, I'll be okay. Like, I know what to do. You get in the bathtub, you get in the doorway, you cover up your neck, you go down to the basement. If you're out driving in your car, you pull over, you get in the ditch. Like, I watch Storm Chasers on the Weather Channel. I thought if a tornado ever comes to my neighborhood, I know exactly what to do. It's no problem. I got this down. But that's not what happened. When the tornado came through my backyard a few years ago, my wife knew what to do. How many ladies know? The ladies usually know what to do, but in a moment of panic, I had no clue what to do. This is me in the middle of a tornado. Like, if you've ever heard someone talk about a tornado, they say it sounds like a freight train. And I always thought, oh, that means it sounds like a train whistle, like woo. It doesn't. It sounds like this. And I think what it is all the debris just spinning around and crashing around as it's picking up trucks and trees and all kinds of stuff and just spinning it around over your head. Well, the tornado literally went right over my backyard. Not over my house, but over my backyard. And in the middle of this noise, I literally froze. My wife was screaming. She jumped in the bathtub, which is what you're supposed to do. And I just froze like this. Like, think. It was like my brain, it was like a Homer Simpson moment where my brain was telling me what to do, but I wouldn't listen. Do something. To me, that's what 2020 has felt like. What do we do? I don't know what to do right now. And for some of you, you're excited about going back to school. I hope you are. Elliot, when you were talking about the lockers earlier, I was like, man, when I look at the lockers, I think about when I got stuffed into one and they slammed the door on me. Not a happy memory. Some of you, school is just another storm that you have to endure. There's a storm in Scripture that I just want to read about. It's a storm involving Jesus and the disciples. And if you're not familiar with it, you can read it. It's in the Bible. We're going to read it together. I'll read it to you. You can follow along if you want. It's in Matthew chapter 14, and it starts in verse 22. So let me just read this little portion to you about Jesus and the disciples, and they're in a storm. They just had a big meal where Jesus fed the 5,000. Miraculously, he was able to provide food for 5,000 people plus women and children, using one boy's lunch. And after that happened, Jesus did something weird. The Gospel of John records that at the end of this meal, the people were so stoked that he fed all of them that they wanted to make him king. Jesus responds kind of funny to this. As soon as the meal was finished, he insisted that the disciples get in the boat and go ahead to the other side while he dismissed people. Now, he's referring to the Sea of Galilee. Think of it as a really large lake that you can just kind of see the other side of. There were storms on this lake that were known to sink ships, so it's not. They don't even call it a lake. Occasionally they call it a lake in the Bible, but for the most part they call it a sea. A Sea of Galilee is the name in particular. As soon as the meal was finished, okay, so I already read that part. He sends the disciples to the other side. With the crowd dispersed, he climbs the mountain so he could be by himself and pray. How spiritual. He stayed there alone late into the night. Meanwhile, the boat, carrying the disciples, as you recall, the boat was far out to sea when the wind came up against them and they were battered by the waves. They're in a storm. At about 4 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came toward them walking on the water. They were scared out of their wits. A ghost, they all said, crying out in terror. But Jesus was quick to comfort them. He said, "Courage, it's me, don't be afraid." Peter, lead disciple, suddenly bold, said, "Master, if it's really you, call me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come, go ahead." Jumping out of the boat, Peter walked on the water to Jesus. If you haven't read this story before, if you haven't heard this is well worth visiting. I don't know if you've ever heard people make reference to someone walking on water. This is where it comes from, because Jesus and Peter are now walking on the water towards each other. But when Peter looked down at the waves churning beneath his feet, how weird and freaky that must have been, he lost his nerve and he started to sink and he cried out, "Master, save me." Jesus didn't hesitate. He reached down, he grabbed his hand, then he said, "Faint of heart, what got into you?" The two of them climbed into the boat. When the wind died down, the disciples in the boat, having watched the whole thing, they worshiped Jesus, saying, "This is it. You are God's Son." It's important to remember that part, because I'm going to come back to that at the end in just a moment. So a few things from this story that I want you to know, and they apply to the disciples when they were in a storm, and they apply to us if we're in a storm. Maybe 2020 feels like a storm to you. It feels like a storm to me. Maybe back to school feels like a storm to you. I got 4 kids in my house. It feels like a storm to me. They're in school 2 days a week. They're at home the other 3 days, and that sleep schedule does not work for my teenagers. Maybe your home life feels like a storm. Maybe you're in a relationship that feels like a storm. Maybe your online community feels like a storm sometimes. See, the reality is we get excited about back to school, and it's cool to see the lockers. This is like throwback to when I was in high school, by the way, these pictures on here. And it's fun to get nostalgic, and it's fun to go to the football games on Friday nights, to see our friends, hang out in the parking lot. But how many of us, when everybody else is having fun, when everybody else is skating, when everybody else is in sports, how many of us on the inside are like, "Man, everything looks cool around me, but on the inside, I just feel like it's a storm"? This message is for you. And maybe you're not in a storm right now, but here's the thing. In life, you will have storms. Jesus said that. He said, "In this life, you'll have many troubles, but fear not, for I have overcome the world." So here's some things to remember if you're in a storm now or for when you're in a storm. First one is this, and it was true of the disciples on that night on the Sea of Galilee, and it's true for us now. Number one, and I wrote this for me, he brought me here. So if you're taking notes, if you're writing these things down, if you're going to write it down in the chat, tweet it, put it on your Facebook, put it on your Instagram, just write it down like that. He brought me here. Jesus brought you here. You're like, to the storm? Yeah. You see, there's 2 kinds of storms that Christians go through. The first one would be a storm of correction. A storm of correction is when Jesus is having to do something to correct a mistake or sin or rebellion in your life. You're like, why does he have to do that to me? Because he loves you and he wants to bring correction to something that was wrong. You're like, I wish he wouldn't do that. And he's going, I wish he wouldn't have messed up in the first place, right? And he does it because he loves us. Some would say, well, he does it to punish me because I deserve it. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Consequences are not there to be punitive, to punish you for your wrongdoing. Consequences are there to help you learn from your mistakes. So a storm of correction. See, sometimes we do things that bring about storms in our lives. I told a lie, and now all my friends are mad at me, right? There's a lot of drama, but you know that it was your gossip that stirred up the drama. It's a storm of correction. But this wasn't a storm of correction. The disciples hadn't done anything wrong. This was the other kind of storm that Christians face sometimes. It's a storm of perfection. You say, what's that? See, sometimes Jesus takes us through things that are hard to perfect our faith, to teach us to trust in him even when something bad is happening in our lives, to teach us to pray instead of gossiping, to teach us to rely on what Scripture says instead of what all the advice our friends are giving us in the middle of a storm. See, that's a storm of perfection. And this was a storm of perfection in the life of the disciples to build their faith. See, if you've ever read the Bible, if you've read the New Testament, you know the story of the disciples gets pretty dicey. It gets very difficult. They all go through a very difficult time later in the New Testament. And this was Jesus learning to perfect their faith, teaching them to trust him even when they're scared. So the thing to remember is that he brought me here. Even if it's a storm of correction and you would say, well, no, Jesus didn't bring me here, it's my fault. You know what? He's bringing you on a journey, not to punish you, but to teach you valuable lessons, to help you grow. Number 2 is this. Did you notice in the story where Jesus was when the disciples were in the storm? The Bible said he was on the mountains praying. You're like, well, what's he doing praying? He was praying for his disciples. He knew exactly what was happening. He was God's son. He could have called for peace on the lake that night, given them smooth sailing. I mean, he could have made the crickets on the outskirts of the lake play a song to all lull them all to sleep as they row, row, row your boat all the way across the Sea of Galilee. But he didn't. He was letting them go through a storm, and he was building their faith. And so what's he praying for? We don't know 100% for sure, but I can guess that he was praying for them. And number 2 is this. Jesus is praying for me. In the storm, Jesus is praying for me. He's praying for strength. He's praying for courage. He's praying for wisdom. He's praying that you'll endure, that you'll follow through to the end. Romans chapter 8, Paul writes this. He says that Jesus is sitting in the place of honor at God's right hand, pleading for us. Jesus is praying for you. It's nice when a friend says they're praying for you, isn't it? It's nice when your pastor says, hey, I'll pray for you. But what about when the Son of God says, I'll pray for you? You know God's listening then. Number 3, he will come to me. Jesus came to the disciples. In the storm, he didn't forget about them. He didn't just leave them out there on their own. He came to them. But what happened when he came to them? They looked at him and they didn't recognize him. They thought it was a ghost. I mean, if you think about it, these guys didn't have movies. They didn't have the internet. They just had the stories and the folk tales and the traditions that they'd grown up in. So to say it was a ghost would be the equivalent of you or me saying it's a monster. It's a demagogue. It's all these horrible, it's a demon. It would be the equivalent of you or I saying it was something demonic coming at us. That's how scared these grown men were that night, is that they thought it was a demon. You know what happens when we're in a storm and we're not focused on Jesus? We start seeing things that aren't there. We start assuming the worst case scenario. You see, that's what fear does. Faith would have recognized Jesus, but fear only sees worst case scenarios. The reality is Jesus will come to us. And the 4th thing is this, and then I'll close. He will help me grow. He will help me grow. You're like, how did that storm help the disciples grow? I mean, they're in a storm and Jesus walks to them. They think it's a ghost. Peter gets out of the boat. He walks to Jesus. He sinks. I mean, are you saying it helped him grow because Peter got to walk on water? Not exactly, although I'm sure that was a story Peter told for the rest of his life. I mean, if I was Peter, that would be my opening story every time I met a new person. Oh, you're successful, whatever. Yeah, I walked on water. And I sank, but the important part is I walked on water. Helping the disciples grow was that last verse that I read in this story. It was verse 33, and they said, truly, they said, this is it. You are God's son for sure. those of you that have been Christians for a while, let me ask you a question. How does a person become a Christian? You can answer that in the chat there if you like, but maybe just think about it. Or maybe those of you who are not Christians, do you know how a person becomes a Christian? Say, well, they go to church, and my sister was raised Catholic, and she told me that she went to confirmation. How does a person become a Christian? Well, the Bible says this: if you confess with your mouth and you believe with your heart that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, that he died on a cross to forgive your sins, that he was resurrected. If you believe these things, if you confess with your mouth and you believe it in your heart, then you will be saved, is what the Apostle Paul writes. So here's the thing. Up to this moment, these 12 disciples, apostles who have churches and cities named after them, had not said with their mouth that Jesus was the Son of God. This is their salvation moment. They had not yet made a public proclamation of faith. Is it possible? This is just a question. Is it possible that Jesus brought this storm and sent the disciples into the storm to demonstrate his power to build their faith and to have that altar call moment where they say, you really are the Son of God? I'd submit that it is. I would submit that all this was orchestrated for that one moment. Those of us that are youth pastors, we have orchestrated events. We have built skate parks. We have put on productions for the purpose of asking people to give their lives to Jesus. And so I close with this. Is it possible that God brought you to this moment? Is it possible that the storm you're in is so that you will pray that same prayer that Peter prayed when he said, Lord, save me? It's as simple as you saying to Jesus, I believe you're the Son of God. I believe you died on a cross to forgive my sins. And I would ask you now to forgive me of everything I've ever done that's hurt you or anyone else. I want to live a new life. And then just thank him for being your Savior. And it really is just that simple. Well, that's all I had for you guys tonight. Let me just close by saying this. He brought me here. He is praying for me. He will come to me, and he will help me grow when I say, Lord, save me. God bless you. Thanks, Quarantine Youth. You guys are the best.
Hey, Josh, hang tight real quick since we have you here and we have so many.
Eat a hot wing?
No,
okay.
you're good.
They ate them all. They were not smart enough to get none. So
this is where everybody says, "Look how tall he is."
Yeah, well, we wanted to,
and I'm 6 foot, so just imagine, he's so tall. He's like 7 foot.
Since we have you here and we have so many of our great students watching online, some are watching individually, some are watching as a group with their youth group, would you pray over our students? Because again, being this school year what it is, we still, and I've been saying this, we said this a couple times, that we really believe the best is yet to come, that 2020 is preparing us for 2021 and what God's going to do in so many of these young people's lives. Would you just pray over them? All of you that are watching, I would just encourage you just to receive tonight and let our National Youth Director pray over you and your school year.
Yeah, absolutely. Father, thank you for these students in SoCal and those that might be watching out of SoCal. Lord, thank you for the storm. Because, Lord, I know in the storm you're growing their faith. Lord, I pray for them right now, God, that they would have the strength, that they would have the faith to believe that you really are in charge. Because, Lord, I know that so many times we wonder, well, why does God let good things, or why does God let bad things happen to good people? And, Lord, is it possible that you're just bringing us through a storm to strengthen us, to grow us? And, Lord, I pray that would be the case for every student that's going through a storm right now. Whatever it is, whether it's family, other relationships, Lord, maybe it's a secret sin or an addiction that they just feel like they can't tell anybody about. God, I pray that they would pray the prayer that Peter prayed when he called out to Jesus and he said, Lord, save me. And then, Lord, I pray that you would be faithful. I know that you are. I would ask you to answer that prayer for those students that are praying that prayer tonight through a youth leader, through a friend, through a parent, through a pastor. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Josh, thank you so much for being a part of this, man. We really appreciate it.
It's been awesome. What an incredible encouragement as we step into a new school year. And I know some of you guys are like, dude, we've been in school since like August 1st or whatever. But we wanted to do this as quickly as we could. And yeah, I echo what Gary's been saying. I know there's a lot of memes and tweets and all this stuff about, I want this year to just be over. Or already I've even seen negative things about 2021. But I do believe that God is in control and that he has a plan and a purpose for us. I think of one of the students in our ministry right now who didn't start coming to youth until the pandemic happened. Until the pandemic happened, he started really getting involved, and we had a chance to baptize him at the beach, and God's really moved in this young man's life. But what brought him to us really was this time of separation. And so I know that God is working. And so just be encouraged by that. In the middle of the storm, God is in control.
Yeah, let me just encourage you guys, continue to support your youth pastors, continue to kind of follow their lead. I know there's some youth pastors that are able to meet in person. There's some that still have to do the Zoom thing. Whatever your youth group is doing right now, can we just really encourage you? Yeah. Be supportive, get behind them, be together, because this is not the new norm. We will come through this. There is an other side to this, and we want you guys to be intact, solid, as one youth group, one house, ready to go when this thing does come to an end.
I'm all for that, and that's why I'm so thankful to have this. SoCal students, like we've said, this is something we kind of just did because we had to, but it is just another picture of God being in control. It's brought so many of us together. It's introduced us to people. I believe that there's going to be people who are like, I met my wife in the comments section of Quarantine. Who knows, man?
If that happens, camp. I'm telling you now, we will do your wedding.
Exactly. And we'll just repeat, like, do you take this? It'll be
awesome.
Historic. And so,
best wedding ever.
I'm telling you. But we got more to come, and it's going to be amazing. Christmas Quarantine Youth is going to be awesome, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that. But right now, we would like for our incredible team to come back up here, and we've got another pair of vans to give away.
All right,
Charlie,
here we go.
Wyatt,
Here we go.
Joey, here you go.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited right now because I wish I had the opportunity to win a pair of vans. If I comment the next thing, can I win the pair of vans?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Dude, actually, side note, we ate one of those wings backstage, and they're pretty hot. I don't know.
They're pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, people were indifferent. I didn't have one.
You guys are champs. I don't know how you guys did that. I don't know. I can't even eat a hot Cheeto, so.
Can you really not?
No, man. They're too hot. They're so spicy.
Instead of like hashtag shave Joey, we need to say like hashtag pray for Joey, because there's issues there.
Yeah, thanks. I could always use prayer, you know?
Yeah, hey, that's true. Come on, that's good. Yeah. That's so good.
Okay.
Joey's so uncomfortable.
Let's just pray for him.
Okay. Well, right now, guys, we have another opportunity to win a pair of vans, and I'm excited, and Wyatt actually has what you guys need to put in the comments.
Yeah, so instead of putting like a word or a phrase, we're actually going to have a set of emojis that you guys have to put. And so there is a specific order to it, and so that order does count on whether or not you get the vans. And so the first person to put this set of emojis together, it's going to be like fall related and also school related as well. And so we want to have the leaves falling emoji, the composition book emoji, and the pumpkin emoji in that order, all in one.
How do you make a pumpkin emoji?
I don't know.
I just love that some of the comments are pray for Joey.
Thank you guys.
So good. There's so much support happening right now.
Dude, people love you. People love you. So let's see. We are waiting for these comments to come in right now. What's your favorite emoji that you guys use? Like the first one.
Dude, I'm on the cowboy emoji right now.
Oh, dude, that's what I was going to say. You use a cowboy hat?
Sorry.
That's my best. I love that one.
Sorry. What's yours?
That was mine.
It's yours, really?
Yes, we use the same one.
Yes.
You guys are twinning. I love it. We're still waiting for these comments to come in.
It is leaves falling, composition book, and pumpkin.
Do you like the pumpkin spice latte?
I don't. Oh, there it is. The
That
first
is the
one right now. Who is that?
Well, before
Brittany.
Do you like the pumpkin spice latte?
I don't know her last name, but
genuinely curious. Like, do you like the pumpkin spice latte?
I've never had it.
I'm like indifferent about it. But right now, Brittany, you won that pair of vans. Make sure DM SoCal students, DM us your size, the color vans you want, and we will be able to send those over to you.
Well,
and yes, I do like the pumpkin spice latte.
I don't.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you guys so much for having us.
Here
It was
is
fun.
Gary and Elliot.
All right. Hey, let's give those guys a big hand in your room.
Hey,
Yay.
and so good. And once we do Christmas Quarantine Youth, Joey's already ready. He looks like Marvin, the dude from that robbed Kevin McAllister.
That's right.
Yeah,
he
so
kind of does.
We're ready to go.
So, hey, we want to thank all of you guys for watching, being a part of this. We see a lot of you guys on there. Exchange Youth. We've got Newport Mesa Christian Center on there.
On Point.
New Break. Loft.
Crossroads.
So many.
I could just make names up. You just like a spiritual refuge.
360 Youth.
Yeah.
They just go right back where they started.
Throwback.
Okay.
Love it.
So
That's
good
true.
stuff. All right. Hey, you guys, thanks so much for being a part. As Elliot said, December 8th, we are doing Quarantine Christmas. And so you don't want to miss that. Put it on your calendars. Tuesday, December 8th, we're doing a Quarantine Christmas special, and we're doing merch for this one. We're going to do some Christmas sweaters. It's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss it.
Start listening to Christmas music as soon as Halloween is over. Changed my mind. All right, we love you guys. It's been awesome. We can't wait to continue to do this together. We'll stay connected and get involved in any way that you guys can. Morgan is going to be at Edge Youth. All right.
Come on. Not going to happen. All right, God bless you guys. We'll see you later.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Rob?
Get out! I gotta get out of here!